Hey guys, so in this review I want to go through a product called VidSell. Now VidSell is due to release on March the 19th. It's a cloud-based video creation application. I'm going to go through the members area, I'll take you through the sales page, I'll show the OTOs, and then I'm going to give you some of my pros and cons. Now as always, these reviews are my opinions based on my experience as an internet marketer, understanding what works and what doesn't work. So stick around. I'm going to tell you, if you're one of my subscribers, exactly why I wouldn't recommend this product. But again, go through this review and you can decide for yourself. So the first thing I want to do is have a quick look at the sales page. And as I said, this is a cloud-based application and it converts articles into small videos that they're saying you can either sell or kind of use to drive traffic to products and services. So the first thing you'll see is a sales video where they go through and kind of explain how this works. So you can either take an article that's in their database, you can take an article from a URL, or you can go ahead and upload an article and it will create a series of slides that you can make into a video. So the best thing I can do here is kind of jump straight into the members area, and I'm going to demonstrate exactly how this works and kind of give you some of my opinions on the quality of this. So I've jumped into the members area. Now you'll see a number of tabs at the top here. The home tab is where you actually start the creation of your videos. The saved projects is projects you've already done. Shareable links are the links to the projects you've done that you can go ahead and share to people. There's a history tab here, and there's a support tab here to their ticketing system. So there's a number of ways that you can actually go ahead and get content for your videos. You can look at the articles in the database, or you can go ahead and put a URL to an article from the web and it'll scrape that article and bring that into the system, or you can go ahead and upload a file. So just to demonstrate this, I'm going to show you an article from the database, and I'm going to use something like email marketing as my keyword. So you put your keyword in here and it'll go ahead and look at the database and give you all the articles that they've got with that keyword in. So you see I just put the keyword in and it's giving me all of these different articles. So you can come along and read some of these and decide which one of these you want to make a small video of. The kind of downside with this straight away is these are going to be very, very low quality articles, and they're basically going to be PLR articles. And I know this because I actually went on and looked at a plagiarism checker to see whether these articles turned up in other locations, and of course they do, right, because they're PLR. Some of them are pretty badly written, so you'd have to rewrite them if you're going to use some of these. But I mean, a benefit of this, in fairness, is that this is a very quick way to get content. But as I say, you're going to have to rewrite some of these things. So let's just pick one. You can actually look at the whole article here. Obviously, something like 200-300 word article here. What you need to do is decide how many slides that you want this article to appear on. But what I've seen already is another kind of con of this, is that if you pick 15 slides, it doesn't take the entire article and then divide it into 15 kind of sections. It just takes the first, say, 15 lines and uses them as your slides. You'd have to kind of estimate how many slides you need to fit the entire article on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and just pick 15 slides. So what you do then is you end up with this interface here that's basically all of the slides that is divided the first, say, 15 lines into, and you can see each one of these slides is a separate line. Now what you can do here is there's a number of things you can do. You can cut and paste the text, and you can cut that onto different slides, which is kind of very manual, but it allows you to add more text to the slides if you want to do that. You can add images. Now the images you can add in a number of ways, but again I'll show you a drawback of this. If I add an image here, you can add them from a URL on the web, so you just go and get that URL for that image on the web. You can go search in the web, or you can use Pixabay, which is obviously a free image library. So you go ahead and use Pixabay, and I can kind of, again, I'll just put email in. So this is, I'm having images that are kind of congruent with the overall topic. So here's some email images. You just click on them and then you add them all. That also looks very quick. So let's go and do the same thing again for this one. So click on a few more. Doesn't really matter what I'm picking at the moment. And you add them. So the first two slides, once I produce this, will have images on it. The other things you can do is you can go ahead and upload images to these slides. You can move slides up and down, or you can duplicate slides, and at the bottom you can obviously add more slides as well to this if you add a slide here. So as a text editor, this is very, very, very basic, right? But I guess if you wanted to do something quick, this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So you come down and you add the rest of your images. The other thing you can do on here is add additional seconds to each of these slides. So you can play them for say 10 seconds rather than the usual 5 that they got there as a standard. So you can add that time. I'm going to add some more to these images because I want to show you what the end slide looks like once you add images. Okay, once you've done all of your limited edits, there is very limited edits you can do. You can't do a lot with this text. You can't do pretty much anything else with the images as far as sizing or whatever. You come down, you press done, and you go into the template section. Now the template section, there's around 20 templates in the front end. Some of them look alright, but they're all very, very basic. You can add sound. This has to be your own sound. You have to upload it to the system. There's none already in there. You can also record a voiceover. Now, I've recorded a voiceover to another example I did, and it's very, very difficult to sync that voiceover to the actual slides because there's no editor in here. So again, that's a big drawback for me, and it's showing me that this is a pretty poor quality video creator, to be honest. You know, let's go ahead and just pick a template, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So this is the preview of the template I just had. So you see, again, with the timing, I don't know what's happening with the timing because I asked that to stay on for 10 seconds and it's just gone off. This is supposed to have images on, and there's no images there. And the writing gets very, very small as soon as you add images. There's no way to actually manipulate these slides once you have them in the system. Now, this is a pretty poor application to me, and I'm not sure how you're supposed to use it for any kind of real video marketing. Now, the only benefit I see of this is if you only wanted a text-based slide, and that's all you wanted people to see, then you could use this. But again, each slide only lasts for 10 seconds, so you couldn't use it in like presentations or anything like that, because look at that, it just zooms off straight away. So as far as the product itself is concerned, I'm not seeing any real benefit here. I'm seeing a very poor video application, and there's much better ones on the market. You can use Content Samurai, you can use multiple others. All you need to do is research it online and you will see many, many better video applications. So let's go back on to kind of the sales page. I'm going to take you through a few things on the sales page. So I jump back over to the sales page. So it's telling you about, you know, the fact that video is in demand. So that's all true. The video is a very, very high demand way of marketing these days. So it's essential if you're going to be marketing online that you get into video in some way. And they go through the fact this is a cloud-based platform. As you see, I'm not very impressed by the quality of this platform at all. They take you through some of how quick it is to kind of make these videos. Well, it's not quick, is it? Because I've just looked at this, and it takes a long time to kind of edit these, and when you do edit these, then it just doesn't look good. The quality doesn't look good, so it's not quick to create a video. It would only be good if you only wanted a text-based video and that was it, and you wanted to do it very quick and just shove it up somewhere. Well, people are not going to pay good money for those types of videos these days. People want a much better quality to the types of videos you're going to produce. So not really impressed with that. So the overall price is $16. Now I know that the downsell of this is $15. I'll go through all of the OTOs in a minute. But as I go through, I looked at this proof, right? And the first thing I do whenever I look at a sales page, and you should too if you're going to ever kind of purchase something, is go ahead and search some of these terms that any kind of vendor is showing you as proof, and just look to see if this is true, right? This recipe book fundraisers on YouTube, I want to know whether that is actually true in Google and whether that is number one, because obviously they're showing you that by making these videos they're getting to number one in Google, and it takes a lot more than making a video. You can come through and you can look at some of these and decide for yourself whether this is true. But kind of when I was looking at this, I went into some of the other products for the vendor, and I wanted to have a look at their other sales pages to see if they were similar. Now, a lot of vendors use a similar type sales page, and one thing I was kind of not really happy with is the fact that I've seen the same proof on two other sales pages showing different types of applications. This is a product called TrafficMate, and this is a product called Profit Page. Some of them are WordPress plugins, and not to do with video at all, and it's the same proof being used in each one. I'm not really happy with that. So again, if I wouldn't recommend this, based on this proof at all, because clearly it's been copy and pasted from other sales pages. So not happy with that at all. And again, some of the income proof as well. If I look at this one here, you'll see that this is the profit page income proof, and this is the VidSell income proof. So I'm not saying that they haven't made income from using their applications. I'm not saying anything like that. What I am saying is there's two products here with exactly the same income proof as well. So that's just a big red flag for me, and it says to me that this sales page isn't being particularly upfront with people, and is not something that I would myself be happy with if I was going to go and purchase a product. So there is some OTOs. I'll go through the OTOs now. The OTOs are, the OTO one is $47, which is more additional templates. It's more additional done for you videos, the saying, and push button traffic. Downsell on that to $37. OTO 2 is a done for you templates and graphics, from $37 down to $27. OTO 3 is the reseller license, so it allows you to resell this product. That goes from $67 down to $47. And OTO 4 is an internet marketing course, which starts at $67 and then goes down to $37. So again, I'm not recommending you purchase this, so I wouldn't worry about any of those OTOs. And the reason I'm not recommending it is, if I think about this, if I take a step back and think about the pros of this, the application does allow you to create very, very, very simple text-based videos. Okay, so I'll give them that. I'm not sure where you would use those videos, but it's very, very simple, and I kind of thought maybe you could use it on some of the Pinterest pins now, where you can add a video to Pinterest pins that are very short and sweet. But again, I think that's giving it a little bit too much credit. It is very, very cheap at $15. The other thing about things being cheap like this that are applications online is that it's very unlikely you're going to get any kind of upgrades to it on a regular basis. When you look at something like Content Samurai, which is now called Vidnami, that's a monthly subscription for a reason, because they're constantly updating that software and adding new templates. And actually in Content Samurai, which I've got other videos that are based on Content Samurai, that allows you to create a video, but also create scenes, add music, add voiceovers, have artificial voiceovers. There's all sorts of other things that are added onto that are missing from this. So this is a pretty poor example of what Content Samurai is. Now the cons for me are this very, very low quality. There's very limited ability to change these slides. You see what happens when you add pictures to the slides. The text almost goes away, so that's not very good. I'm seeing massive copyright issues. As you saw that I mentioned that you can go into the web and scrape the web. Now a lot of marketers are saying this these days, that just go off and use other people's content and save time. It's all BS, right? Because if you do that, you're gonna run very quickly into some copyright issues. You cannot go into the web and just take people's information and start reusing it. There's a reason why people have licenses like PLR, right? And PLR means that you can use other people's content and use it as your own. But there's also other licenses out there that means you can't do that. So again, when you start using these and you put them on platforms like YouTube is incredibly clever at finding copyright material. So I'd be very careful when you're using applications like this. You want applications that you are sure, like Content Samurai or many others, that they've already checked that they're using Creative Commons type information in there that isn't going to run foul of copyright law. So be very, very careful of using something like that. And the last one is there's much, much, much better video creation software out there. To be quite honest, all you need to do is get a PowerPoint slide or Google Slides, take an article, copy and paste the pieces of the article onto those slides, and then video yourself online on your laptop actually talking through those articles. It would be a much better quality application than this thing is, right? So kind of in summary, I wouldn't recommend you purchase this. This is the kind of shiny object that's very, very dangerous for beginners. You'll spend hours and hours playing with this and never really get anywhere, and you definitely won't make money with it. I hope you found that review useful. Listen, as I said, this is my own opinion based on my own experience online. If you haven't been to the channel before, please hit the subscribe and notification bell. We do product reviews, we do tips and tricks. We show you all sorts of methods that you can make money online with. And if you're interested in the strategy that I use every day, go ahead and hit that description, the link below. And until next time, take care.